Okay. I tried to do a video, but I was muted. Yesterday I was talking about being muted, so I have to do it all over again. And I wasn't happy about the video, so I should learn my lesson, not to post such a bad video. I had turned it off, yet I thought that it was working. But sometimes things happen, and I can't even remember what I was into. But I said something along the line that I visited my friend yesterday. And kind of a occasion that also way past through the years have occurred to me earlier on. Let me see. Maybe I can catch it. The life is about what's distant and close to me. What is distant and close to me? And as I have been trying to understand that everything about us is recognized by our instruments. Either it's close or far away. But yesterday I visited a friend that something appeared, something happened. He mentioned something that he was in a situation, and he quoted without him knowing, because he's not a skilled Bible scholar, or he just read his Bible. So what's the big deal? Maybe he got hunch of it in the Bible, because also, I mean, this is so beautiful. He told me about, because I asked him, how is it going with the Bible reading, or what is all about that? Yeah, and where are you taking your time? Which part of Bible? It's the New Testament, and it is the letters of Paul. Oh, you're reading from Romans? And he, and he answered me, and I don't know how long time he was chatting with his friend. He was talking with his friend in a text way, and he said something along the line that he quoted from the Bible. I live in the hope, straight away, but it was out of his own situation. And no wonder we pick up some words that we are influenced by when we experience life. And that's interesting for me. This is kind of interesting for me, an interest of its own, because the mind is influenced by its surrounding. And our instrument, which is our mind, our eyes, nose, mouth, sensory organs, hearing, seeing, and everything like that, it's picked up and transformed into a center which we have. We call it brain, but I'm not so sure anymore. If it's brain or not. He quoted, as I saw through the text. He allowed me. Do you want me to read even your text? I asked. Yes, that was okay. And I saw this quote. And it was in the end of his text, so it was not a matter of quoting me. He is not high and mighty Bible. He is rather the opposite. He is not that arrogant. He is rather humble and think not so high of himself. So I said, to his despair and a troubled mind, that you quoted from the Bible. You quoted from Paul, Mr. Paul himself. I live by the hope. If you wonder if you are a child of God or not, if you are saved or not, even the wish, we have been passing through Easter, and the cry from this neighboring crucified person. He said, can you offer me a thought when you come into your place? So, what more could he ask for? He was not in a position even to justify his own bad deeds. So he asked for this thought, and of course that was out of his hope. So I said to my friend, I love this. This is so beautiful. You just quoted, and here is your answer. You gave yourself the answer because you quoted from the Bible. This is the answer, that even if I'm not certain of being a child of God, if I'm not reassured in my understanding, I can live by hope. I said to his information, I'm in exact same position. We live by hope. And I want to make a topic of this. The life is about what kind of distance relationship we have to the surroundings. It's quite interesting that we observe in different ways, by sight, by sensitivity, by organizing all selected information, and we make a sense out of it. Sometimes we do sense it badly. We don't understand it, or we think it's bad. It's a misunderstanding. We say when it's bad, it's a misunderstanding. Don't take it that way. And I many times been in that situation where I misunderstood. And people told me, it's not like you, it's not how you perceive it, it's different. And I have been arresting myself for perceiving things in a very wrongful way. And I often had to even ask for forgiveness because I project those feelings that I have to people around. Many people knows that coming from me. I'm not proud. It's not something I brag about. It can be hard.
In Perth.
Yeah, that was in Perth, but it was in Africa. Ah, we don't like that. That is the music we love. That's Kericho in Kenya. So this kind of a word appeared from nowhere. I just had it immediately. But we live by hope. We are not. We are in a human condition. If you see those preachers that are preaching high and mighty, they think or they expose themselves, what they have to say, their message, in a way that you have to be certain, you have to be so assured, you have to be so believing that there is no doubt in your mind. I didn't see that coming from Jesus. Even Thomas, he who doubted that he was risen, Jesus stood straight in front of him, not to arrest him. I think people think bad of those that doubt. I think highly of them, because at least it's brave to admit that you have some doubts. You have some second thoughts. Should be honest about second thoughts. I'm not so sure about that, my friend. And so on. We shouldn't be so certain. And it's not a good sign. Because certainty shows indications. I don't want to say it proves, but it shows some kind of indication of uncertainty. Some compensation, because you lack confidence, and you think you can conquer the whole world, but you lack this innermost confidence. And they say, if you can't admit that you are fearing something, as a youth, as a child, you may not know what you are confronted with. But life as a Christian, because it is some kind of a conviction in itself. To be a Christian, you need to have a certain conviction about what Jesus did for you. It's exactly for you. And that takes a leap of faith, more than that you are so certain. It's more in the uncertainty, the world of a void. Did he really do that? How can I know that Jesus mentioned my name when he hung there on the cross? No, there is no certainty to that. It's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith to believe that he stood up the third day. So it's all a leap of faith. So how come the Christians can be so arrogant? That I heard during some wedding, I don't know, that this guy that is going to be married, he has so many doubts. Back in those days when we were family, he was the one that asked questions and was not sure about believing in Jesus. And the way they openly told how stupid this guy was, by doubting, by being uncertain. What a stupid idiot to doubt what Jesus did for you. Well, if that is the approach, I wonder what motivates them to believe. I will rather be with my friends that have so hard time believing. They end up with their only tool, hope. And as we can listen to the anthem of Israel, it's hope. Hope is the weakest tool. Hope is the last tool to use in order to come through, come clean. Only in hope I'm rescued. And I don't want to go into depth with this, but it's worth its time. So I referred to the hope that Paul mentioned in the Romans 8, verse 24, in hope. And I don't know how to come clean regarding the topic. The life is about what's distant and close to me. It's my obviously it's about my perception of my surroundings, also about myself. In many cases, I'm just a void. I'm just a air. I'm just a voice. I'm just a sight. I'm just something I heard about. I'm not sure who or what or where I am. I am hanging in the limbo. Where to go, how to move. But everything is here. I wanted to tell you about the incident I had sometimes back, many years ago. I wrote something because I wanted to express something that is very uncommon to write about persons in the Bible. I wrote about the Jesus, Maria, and the apostles when Jesus made the first that he made wine from water. That was an intriguing story, and I never forget the fact that this story is so poetically made that I may tell sometimes later, but I was into this Cain and Abel. That was he killed Cain and Abel, and when I was writing about this, was in my... I thought I could do the best out of this story, and I felt that there were something hidden between the lines, or straight ahead. And I was reminded of something I didn't even thought I had read before. But way back I had read the Bible, and this is a video of so many topics that I can't organize them. But it reappeared, the words from Mr. Paul. Jesus' blood is more clear and profound and a clear message than the blood of Abel. That was appearing while I was writing this story of Cain and Abel, their relationship with together and with their parents. So that story reminded me of what was written way later in the New Testament. So I asked my daughters if they could put on music, because I recommended in the muted video, I recommended that you read the Bible, but put it away. Because those that say you have to read the Bible every day, I will dispute that. I think Bible is some kind of a task, not as a reading a book. Bible is a task, as you have heard by my stories. It seems to be more of a task than a book. It's not important to read Bible every day. If you feel it's important, it's important for you. But in my case, I have left it for many years. Why? Because I got tired, I got enough of it. And did it mean that I left the belief? No. The belief is maybe even stronger. But how so? If you don't read the Bible, you would know. I know that if you have seeds in your hand, they will not grow. It's as simple as that. The seeds will not grow in your hand. When you hold it every day, it gets disturbed, it gets too exposed. The seeds need to be in the dark for some time. And the Bible doesn't go away by you not reading it. The words that you have been reading, put it aside. Believe in those words, that they are like seeds, that you can gain nourishment from in the end. It will reappear. So those that say you have to read the Bible every day, they are so less confident in the Bible and also in themselves. They have no take on anything. They just say it's important to read the Bible every day. They are talking a lot of bullshit, so to say. If you don't trust the Bible, if you don't trust the Word, you wouldn't even read it every day. You will throw it away. If you had to read it every day, it's like this kind of a brainwashed. And many Christians, I would say, because in my case, I had to leave the church in order to gain consciousness. I had to leave it because it was too I didn't have my own take on it. So by leaving, you can bury the whole Christianity. In my case, you can bury it alive. It doesn't even influence anything, because I got what I got. I have what I have. And the idea, the values doesn't vanish just because that I don't read the Bible every day. I don't go to church every time. No. Even the polar opposite gives more meaning. So, you see, you have to believe that there is some seeds in this. Sometimes things that are far away from your mind will appear. Be the closer, switch places. As in some scientific conundrum. Particles switch places. So you never know which particle is close by. And you should pay much attention to your life. Count your days. See what's the value or not. See what you can see or not. Admit what you can't see. It's all about your relationship with those things. Either it's far away or close by. Pay much attention to my words. So today is Shabbat. Should pay much attention to Shabbat. If it's just automatic or just because you have this dedicated love. I don't want to brag about anything of me. I don't say something about me that I can't admit. It will only be wrong if you say something about me I can't consent to. You are exposing yourself. So be honest. I don't know. Today is Friday. I've been cleaning. I've been doing something today too. I shouldn't do it, but I did it. I tried to fix my garment. That was a little bit... it had been on the ground for maybe some days, some month. And it got these tints, with marking. So if you expose yourself for the Bible every day, you get a radiation, you get exposed to some kind of a radiation. And people wouldn't believe what I'm now talking about. But to read the Bible every day, you can't do it because it's too strong of a tool. So how can you consume, how can you digest such a book? It's that book is a task. It should come with many warnings. Don't read too much of me. Take one bit at a time, because it's so potent. Look at Israel today. The potency of the Word of God. The people, all those that have hunted them, they have vanished. The Jewish people is back, on track. And they are waiting for their Messiah. And before that, they have to prepare for the Shabbat. And they are waiting for their Messiah right now. And I will wish you all Shabbat Shalom and be in peace, my friends.